This figure is pushing the boundaries of what a toy is. We're used to hearing bigger is better, but how about soft and squishy? I'm here to show you what that's like, and in the end I'll let you know if the features she has are actually necessary. By the way, my name's Al and I've been collecting toys on and off for 10 years now. This channel, Studio Aureal, is where I share my thoughts on action figures, toy collecting, and design. Let's start. This figure is called Tian Peng, and she's made by Fish Toys in collaboration with Animester. She's a version of Zhu Bajie, or the boar in the Chinese novel Journey to the West. It's a fictional account of the Chinese Buddhist monk Xuanzang who traveled from China to India in the 7th century. Contrary to European mythologies, Journey to the West focuses on a group of individuals or a party rather than an individual hero. The novel influenced or inspired modern media as we consume today, like Dragon Ball, One Piece, countless movies and TV series, and the game Sun Wukong. Enough chat, let's see what's inside. I got this figure from Bumblebee. They're my trusted seller for Chinese action figures, so be sure to check my Bumblebee affiliate links below. I get a small commission for every purchase you make with my links, and most of the proceeds go to my music subscription and the upkeep of my channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and share to help me go up the algorithm. Inside the box is a piece of paper with promo images. The box is made of plastic, making it less prone to deformities, especially on the corners. Tian Peng is well protected in a plastic case. At first look, the details pop, and when you touch her skin, you'll notice straight away how soft it is. The color also looks good and doesn't look pale at all. The way it feels balanced without the boar headgear, and she smells like fresh plastic. Tian Peng is wearing tribal armor, although as usual with female figures, the vital parts are exposed. Her armor appears to be a combination of leather, fur, and metallic parts. There's very minor paint bleed here and there, but overall detail looks consistent from top to bottom. She has purple hair, and the details on her eyes and face are tampo printed, so they all look good. I also love how her mouth is sculpted in. She has a loincloth that goes all the way below her knees, and her skirt has a layered pattern at the sides. She looks as if she's wearing stockings, and quick trivia, the earliest forms of stockings existed since 300 to 500 AD in Egypt, so it tracks. She has no shoes on, but I guess being barefooted works well with a tribal look. The design looks well thought and reminds me a lot of Studio Ghibli's Princess Mononoke. She looks good even without the boar head, although you'll see later how it gives a lot of presence. Early on, I can already say that this is a well-made figure. Her head can rotate and go side to side. She can also do this. Her neck can bend down this much and bend back this much. Her neck can also do this. Shoulders can go up to make a Y pose, and it's better if you move the shoulder armors away a bit. Shoulders can rotate a full 360, although I'd be careful not to rotate fully because of the silicone skin. Upper arms have full rotation. Hands also rotate fully and have a swivel function. She has double joints on her elbows, and this is how it looks like at the back. Torso can bend side to side a lot with the metal joints underneath, although rotation I'd say will be a bit limited here. She can bend forward this much, only hindered by the armor, and can bend back this much. I love how there are no gaps because of the seamless body, and her tummy has a somewhat realistic fold. She has some hip swivel, legs can move side to side this much, and forward and back this much. You can do more with this articulation, although it can be tricky because you can't actually see the joints and you need to feel how the joints are oriented underneath. There's a hole at the back which is likely where the frame was inserted. She has good thigh rotation. Knee bend is also in a double joint and looks good at all sides. Meanwhile, her feet have full rotation, an okay-ish swivel, but no toe bend, and can pivot this much. Parts of her hair are soft, loincloth and belt are also flexible, same as the rest of her skirt. Her anklets and bracelets can also be moved. Thighs are squishy, along with her tummy, butt, and chest. The articulation is actually quite limited when compared to some 1:12 scale action figures. At 1:9 scale, I thought it would be way better, but it's actually quite standard. She can't do a proper superhero pose and can't curl up into a ball, and I'll tell you why. The tension of the silicone body is stronger than the metal joints underneath, so she's not really able to keep her poses. The joints will recoil, so you'd want to take pictures quick after posing. Her skirt also hinders lower body articulation a bit, and because it's a solid piece, it tends to look awkward when doing extreme poses. I won't say I'm disappointed because the metallic frame and soft body is a fun combination. I'd give her a 6 out of 10 in movement. Tian Peng comes with a total of 4 faceplates. She has a stoic, emotionless face, a smiling face, then we have an angry or fighting face, and an ahegao face. I love how her mouth is sculpted into it. To swap the faceplates, take the hair part and the faceplate off and replace it with the one you want to use. By the way, here's how the head joint looks like. The eyes on all faces can be moved using this mini screwdriver. This feature adds more character and a variety of poses. She also has 5 pairs of hands. She has a pair for holding weapons, a pair for holding other accessories, fully opened hands, closed fists, relaxed opened hands, and kung fu hands. Not sure if you can see it here, but her fingertips have a reddish color, making her look more alive. To swap hands, carefully pull it off the hand joint and replace it with the hand part you want to use. Tian Peng has 3 sets of feet. The first one rests flat on the ground with armor on. The second one is the same but with no armor. And the third one is tiptoed or in a somewhat relaxed pose. This is nice to have given she has no toe bend. To swap them out, slowly rotate and pull and replace it with the foot you want to use. She also has a rake, which is Zubaji's classic weapon in literature. Looking closer, the bronze parts are detailed and the head looks like it has a face on it. The tips are flexible so you don't have to worry about breaking it. As a weapon, you can see its spike or butt, the shaft or handle, the head, and the tines. To put it on, you need to take the butt off so you can slide it into her weapon-holding hands. My favorite accessory is this bamboo steamer. It reminds me of friends and of home. The best part is you can open it and put bao buns in. The bao buns almost look edible and they're not that big, so I reckon they can be used with 1:12 scale figures. And then she has this triangular base stand. It has an old paved road effect and designs on its side. At its 3 corners are storage units that you can push out and use to store accessories. It fits all of her feet, hand joints, and faceplates. Its many joints move in several directions, and the claw arm has a spring mechanism to make sure Tian Peng is secured. Assembly is easy and you can tighten the joints using the mini screwdriver. It looks solid and I love the extra storage function. Saving this for last, I love the brown to dark brown shading of this boar head. You can clearly differentiate the tusks from the furry texture. It's also soft and flexible. Lanterns on both sides make it heavier though, and it connects to the head via this flexible plastic. The markings are crisp despite the jagged surface. The lanterns light up too, but don't come with batteries. You'll need CR927 batteries for this one on each lantern. To put it on, slowly pop the bottom of the lantern off, take the LED light panel out, and put the battery in. Make sure to test the lights first to make sure they're working. The cool thing here is you don't need to take it out again to turn it on and off, because you can use the magnet on the lantern's tassels to do that. It also has a glowing effect which you can trigger by tapping it again. Despite the limitations on movement, I enjoyed posing Tian Peng with all her accessories. The rake is not heavy, so it's not difficult to balance, and the variety of faceplates with movable eyes added to the fun factor. The bamboo steamer and bow buns are a nice addition too. The Boar Head has its ups and downs though. On the downside, it's too heavy, therefore her head tends to lean back when it's on, and you need to balance it a bit with the lanterns so it sits right. On the positive side, having the Boar Head on makes Tian Peng look more imposing, and turning the lanterns on at night creates a nice ambience on your desk or on your shelf. Overall, accessories are of the right amount. You have loads of gimmicks and functions, and she'll look good on the shelf whatever accessories you use. Now I know what you're thinking. Can the clothing be removed? The answer is yes and no. It's fixed tight to the body, and even if you loosen it by heating it up, it's still too tight. But if you can do with some modifications, there can be an easy way to do it. I'd cut her top and skirt somewhere at the back and stitch in strings or straps so you can put it back on. But yeah, it'll take a bit of work. Tian Peng stands at around 18.5 centimeters tall without the Boar Head. Here she is with Mafex Spider-Man 185 and Sentinel's Peter B. Parker. Here's how she looks with Revoltech Agent Venom and Sexy Ice's Eliminator Ankh-Val. Here's how she stands with Roman Key's Jessica Astor and Lado Toys' Leah. And for the bigger guys, here's Veteran William by Maestro Union and Nora Toys' Thunderbolt. At 1:9 scale, she is a lot bigger than the action figures I usually collect. She'll take up more space for sure, but would look good. There should be 3 more figures under the same figure line, but we are yet to hear further announcements. Before we proceed to my final thoughts, don't forget to check my affiliate links on the description below, and let me know what you think about this figure down in the comment section. Overall, Articulation has obvious limitations because of the silicone body, but I like the idea of soft and squishy parts. The realistic folds on her torso are a welcome bonus. This feature is more common on 1:6 scale action figures, but I'd say it's executed well on this scale. The detailing and sculpting are sharp, although there are a few minor paint bleed. What may put you off is that dust and debris sticks into the silicone body, so make sure your hands are clean and not greasy. I'd imagine the natural oils on our hands will affect the soft parts in the long run, so it's best to clean it from time to time with a wet cloth dabbed with a bit of soap. It would have been better too if the metal frame was stronger, so it's easier to manage and maintain poses. I think this scale will be a perfect compromise if you want more detail but have less shelf space. Personally, I'm sticking to 1/12 scale for now, but might end up with more 1/9 scale because bigger figures just look better on the shelf. You'd also want to really consider the factors I mentioned above when making your decision. If you found value in this video, make sure to watch my other reviews. I'll put links on the screen. Let me know what you think on the comments. Thanks for watching, this is Studio Aureal, and I'll see you on the next one.